Sorry about that. I had a hair in my mouth there. But hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe, and hello and welcome back to some more TenkoBerry does art. So I'm actually trying out Fire Alpaca today for the first time on stream. You know what? Might as well just bring up this little tiny barrier here. No wait, it's that one. No wait, it's not that one, it's this one. No, that's the top one, it's the bottom one. There we go. Alright, but hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe. So what we are doing here today is working on a new outfit here within Fire Alpaca, and hopefully I should know if something goes wrong. I need to actually close that. I do not care for that game, it sucks. 300 gigabytes for nothing. Alright. I need smaller. There we go. That should be a good sizing. And let me open up secondary devices. I forgot to do that, so I can see chat. I also have a very stuffy nose right now, and I'm currently in the sneezing phase of my, current sickness. And it's really annoying, I tell you, it's really annoying. Alright, there we go, get that out of here. Alright, so we're going to get started on making a new outfit. I am actually deciding on what we do for this outfit. I feel like I could do something around this area here. Back. Okay. I'm very unused to this. This is me going in completely blind since I first used this app a little while ago. Oh, hello there, Pie. Hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. Alright. So, let us go like this. That should work, if I'm being honest. And then we can kind of create it upwards. And then we can wrap it around here. Which, now that we're done that, we can go up a tiny little bit more. But hopefully you're doing right and staying safe. I've been good. How are you? I am a little bit stuffy now in my nose. I started sneezing for some reason, I tell you, and it's just been quite an annoyance. There we go, keep that arch going. I think I fell a little bit too far there. But I can just wrap up there. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad there. Alright, so we wrap this around this side. And I can create a little sleeve here. I don't want to overlap the outfit fully, so that is what I'm trying to avoid with the arms. And the main outfit that shall be in the middle. There we go. That's actually a little bit too high, now that I realize. It should be somewhere around here. And then it downwards like that. Might cut off a little bit, I hope you feel better later, Tango. I sure hope so. We do have the game night that's coming up very soon on the Discord. There we go. Oh. And I was hoping that I would feel like, alright for that, I was, okay this morning. And then it just hits you, in the later part of the day. That's why I sound so terrible this episode compared to last episode, well, last stream. And that was, quite bad last stream. Alright. And what if I just go like that? Alright, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Just do that. And then we just put that over there. That should work. No, it needs to be smaller. Just slightly smaller. There we go. That is actually not looking too bad there. Alright. Alright. I actually do have the space down here. Is this normal? I don't think I had this space before. I don't think I had the space before. I don't think I'll work with that space for now. Alright. So now I go up here. and kind of just wrap this around. There we go. Also, I never really explained what outfit we're doing here. I do apologize. We are working on going back to my Tenko roots. I did actually do a, what do you call it, a model. Let me see if I can bring it up for use. We did a Kitsune model that was basically going back to my roots, but it was a really terrible one. The hair was actually quite nice, and it was, you know, quite a long time ago, as this is 2.1 and we moved on to 2.5 now in my PNG model. We're kind of going with the same idea. We're kind of with this little what do you call it, let's see, this little tiny bit going out this way, but not exactly, I do quite enjoy the hair, but to be honest, the outfit was terrible. I kind of just threw stuff, you know, together and hoped it would work, but oh, nice. It will come out amazing. Thank you, thank you. I do hope that it actually comes out amazing. I might actually do like a big kind of bit here. Is that a right idea or maybe not? Alright, I have an idea. It's to do with this belt bit here. We have to do a belt that goes around. There we go. And now I just drag that along. That's a little bit too high, but I can just, you know, make it seem like it's supposed to be like that due to, you know, maybe a second bit that's just hanging down a little bit more. And then I could just add another slice here. Either that, go back, and I'll just add a slice that goes downwards across all. There we go. Yeah, that actually looks a lot nicer, to be honest. We just really have to figure out what the colour shall be. I think we'll probably go on the lighter side. I don't want it to be like, you know, in the red tinge area. So let us actually get started on filling up everything that needs to be filled up. And I'll probably just take the same red that we're currently using, as, you know, why waste the red that we're currently using. Also, let me know if there's any frame drops. There seems to be no frame drops in now, which is a good sign because it normally happens quite early on. Though I'm not chancing it, we are using a different art app. I'm surprised that, you know, it's not activated a frame drop just yet. But this is, you know, not really the largest piece. I do plan on doing a few more art streams if this is a success. That being the cosplays, because I do plan on doing a few more, what do you call it, VTuber cosplays very soon. I actually did something on Blue Sky, and that was to get people's what do you call it, models, so I could do, you know, some new things, you know, new models. Because I was looking at my list and then I realized, like, a lot of these people have either, you know, been very bad lately, or they're just not very good people now. So, or they were never good people in the first place. So, kinda sucks that, I tell you. It kinda sucks that. I'm also kinda dragging it a little bit to the left there. I'm just trying to fix this line here. So it kinda sucks that. So, I have to make an entirely new, you know, list. Yeah, I should do that. Sorry, I just remembered something there. And that was I need to bring over some people that are still good on the list. There are, you know, like 3 people that are still good on the list. So, that is what I will be trying. Also, this app is so bright. No wonder they, you know, charge for premium dark mode. Still annoys me that. still annoys me that. There we go. Rip sucks when you like a YouTuber and they turn out to be a terrible person. Yeah. Like I used to talk about quite often, you know, on what do you call it, the early Jungle Paradise. It would be like, you know, drama going on at the time, and not really going on at the time, but stuff that had passed on. Like, you know, it could be like a famous what do you call it, YouTuber. Let's see, I'm trying to remember old drama. Ah yeah, the Athmal person who does a lot of children content now. They used to not pay their employees for ages. They were very stingy with their money. There we go. Maybe solved that now, but you know, still it leaves a bad taste in certain people's mouths. That's what we'll say. Especially if they need that money to live. Luckily, a lot of those voice actors now are very famous voice actors, so they don't have to care about, you know, doing tiny gigs now. Like that. There we go. Yeah, it's just all the way down here. But I do feel bad for the people that who are voice actors that don't get paid right away for their work. Because, oh no, you know. Oh, hello there, Ari. Hopefully you're doing alright. Stay safe. There we go. We're currently doing some art. Art. Sorry, my nose is making me sound very weird, so when I'm trying to pronounce what I want to sound like, it really, you know, does not want to agree with me. But we're doing some art here today. It's not going too bad so far. Hopefully, it's not going too bad. But there's like, you know, many different YouTubers that are like that, you know, who have done bad stuff, and, you know, it's kind of just been forgotten, a lot of it. There are certain ones that will never be forgotten, but, you know, ones that should be remembered do also get forgotten sometimes. And it really sucks that, because then they just come crawling back in. And it's all like, oh, it's all forgiven. You know, and then just do it again. Hate when that happens. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, these days it hardly means a thing. Yeah. Like, you know, I got cancelled at one point for, you know, doing the right thing. And I was calling out someone that was being a bad person. Actually, you know, blackmailing and emailing people in private. You know, threatening stuff. You know, even getting other people to do it for them. And, you know, I get treated badly for, you know, that. Doesn't seem right, I tell you. Does not seem right. That's basically the whole thing about it. Like, it seems like a lot of people that call out, like, you know, these bad stuff always get, like, you know, a lot of negativity from people like saying, oh, you know, it's not real, it's not real. Like, yeah, you know, but at the same time, you know, if you look at their history, you know, a lot of people go missing from their history, you know, later or before. Like, going as far as blackmailing, like, holiday photos of them, so that they would, you know, not, you know, yeah, it really annoys me that, but going as far as, you know, threatening to dox them and, you know, dox their face and all that. Boils my blood, I tell you, boils my blood. They do, yeah, and also the crypto rug pulls. I'm still annoyed that, you know, a lot of those people, you know, falling for crypto. Like, it's not really that good. Like, yeah, you get, like, they say, like, oh, it's hidden or something, you know, from the government, but the government knows how much money's in crypto, because where do they get the money to put into crypto? Money, loans and all that, and the banks take loans, and then that goes to the government, you know, information. So kinda, you know, stupid that way. It's not really hidden. Let's see. Yeah, it stinks. Now it's institutionalized anyway. E. Let's see. Sorry, my brain's farting while I'm working on this piece. Definitely gonna have to fix this, what do you call it, shaping over here, because this is all ruined now. Oh, I just accidentally went over it there. Do apologize. How have you been? Still sick? Yeah, I am still sick now. I actually got more sick now. For some reason, I ended up, getting now sneezes. I kind of just started not that long ago, and it really sucks that. But hopefully I do get better soon. Hopefully. What do I do about this bit here? I guess I'll just go upwards, yeah. I might do a V-neck kind of thing. I do know that some like to go over the chest like this. Can't remember what one's the funeral one. One goes one direction, one goes the other one. It's really hard to tell what one, goes which. That was a fact that I learned from Tomo, I think it's... Oh, I cannot remember her name properly. They did some great, streams. I do miss them. It's sad when, you support someone and then they disappear, They graduate or, something like that. It's really, sad. Alright. Do that. There we go. That is actually not looking too bad. I've never heard about fire alpaca before. Well, by the way. I would say it's not that bad. I don't have frame drops yet. So that is a plus. Cute top, thank you. I do really like how it looks. Also, I am wearing glasses today. I thought I might as well wear them. I made them, I might as well use them. There we go. And go like... Oh, I went a little bit off track there, I do apologise. I'm doing this with mouse, so you have to forgive me, I tell you. You have to forgive me. Mouse be hard, and I do not have steady hands. There we go. You can tell that with a lot of my art pieces being a little bit wobbly. There we go. Yeah, that actually does not look too bad. Glasses look good too. Thank you. I made them myself. Let's see. I think they're in... Yeah. It's just TenkoBerry. Well, Tenko's art. I made these ones, I made these ones, and I made these ones, and I made these ones, and I made these ones. These are the ones I'm currently wearing. They're actually not too bad. I quite enjoy these, but they just do not fit so well. They're nice, but they just don't fit so well. These ones aren't too bad. These ones are actually quite nice. I could actually put it on for you if you wanted. I'll just put it on top of the previous ones. And you know what? I'll just remove the previous ones for now. How does that look? I am now nerdy. Would you date me? I do quite like how they look. They're so large. They are so large. Wait 1 second. My nose is absolutely watering. Sorry if you hear me, a bit stuffy. The one with eyeballs, I want to see you wear those. You want me to wear those? I can wear those if you want. I don't actually have those selected, so I actually have to go and grab them. My nose, you know, is really annoying me. Is this better? Is this better? Do you enjoy these? Perfect, thank you. Let me just fix this bit over here. And now we can get to fixing the corner. I think we'll just do that. It makes it very pronounced, but it shall, you know, do. And I'll just do that. There we go. And what do I do for the belt? I think I'll just do red. Feel like it'll look quite nice, you know, with this color. Plus we are going to my Kitsune roots here. This is why I'm making this outfit. It goes back to my Kitsune roots. Surprisingly, MediBang files work with Fire Alpaca. I was very worried that I would have to do everything manually again. I would actually just have to save each part. Like this is legs. This is let me see. This is my knight's armor that I made. It's actually quite nice armor. Bikini, bunny girl, magical girl, medium hair. Not too bad, I tell you, not too bad. I actually really like how I have everything sorted out. I actually do plan on making a new PNG model, but it's going to be its own thing. I don't know if I'll do it live first, because I'm very, like, you know, I have to look at all these references constantly, and I mean constantly, because the style that I'm trying to replicate is going to be a 90s style, and that is for making a magical girl that is 90s styled, inspired from Sailor Moon, and that is going to be utter pain. Like, once it's made, I'll probably just, you know, customize it from there, but beforehand, you know, I'm gonna have to spend at least 20 hours on it. I say 20 hours, but it'll probably be shorter or longer, depending on, you know, how much time I have to work on it. Oh, my nose is terrible. Oh wait, I forgot to take away the thingy. I do apologize. And I'm sorry about my snotty nose, you know, situation now. It just seems to just want to worsen up. Like it's 30 minutes before game night. That's when we are going to go and play some games on Steam. And probably maybe Minecraft. I don't know how long it'll be. But this is our second one. And we're going to have a lot more in the future. We'll actually have drawing, you know, competitions where we try and draw something to the best of our abilities and then shove it in the Discord, what do you call it, event server bit. So we'll show off, you know, what PCs we created. It is going to be hilarious, I tell you, it's going to be hilarious. I didn't sign up because it's bedtime soon. That's perfectly fine, that's perfectly fine. Work in the morning. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't actually know how long this one will be. It depends on how many people we get for it, I tell you. It might be long, it might be, you know, relatively like a couple of hours or an hour long, depending on what we're actually playing, because sometimes it goes a little bit longer. That's what I will say. It goes a little bit longer. I could join the drawing competition, no, because I suck at drawing, so it would be funny. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll get like super, you know, great at, you know, doing drawing during the stream. Like, I'm terrible at drawing, I tell you. It may look like I can do, you know, great drawing, but, you know, it takes a lot of stuff. Like I used to do, I did like one perfect eye design back in the day, and I cannot recreate it. I cannot recreate it for the life of me. There we go. It's like basically, you know, a one-hit wonder, that's what I'll say. I've not been able to outmaster my previous skills with this model, I tell you, if I'm being honest. Nah, you're really good compared to me, a pro. I don't know how well I would say I am. I would say like I'm probably not the best at pretty much every heart. Like you can see like in my chibis, sometimes I do great chibis and then sometimes I do not very good chibis. It's really a hit or miss system, I tell you. That's what I will say, it's more of a hit or miss. There we go. Like me making this model, you know, it was a combination of, you know, the previous model and ideas I had. And references, you know, to try and make it all fit together into one thing. And I like the direction it is, you know, but I feel like I could do better. I can do better. And I will attempt to do better, but it's going to take, you know, forever before I'm able to get what I want out of, you know, a new model. Like, I want a model that, you know, captures the same feeling I have towards this. And that is a very hard thing to do, that's what I will say. Oh, hello there, Herb Sasher. Hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. Pickles. The first thing, you know, is pickles. It cracks me up. Where do I find my airbrushing tool? There's a lot. There, airbrushing light. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. What is airbrushing bold? That's a little bit too strong. Airbrushing light. That's a little bit off track there. We're trying to be center here, I tell you, on this art piece, and it is not looking. Actually, that's not looking too bad actually. That was actually not too bad there. Not too bad at all. And now we do the bones. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. I might actually have to make this a little bit more. It's not too bad, it just needs to go a little bit more over. There we go. We just need to curve it properly. This will also make it a little bit less dark. There we go, not too bad. Oh, my nose started getting very clogged there. Oh, hello there, Magic Pants. Hopefully you're doing alright and stay safe. Holy googly eyes, yes. It was Ari's suggestion to put them on. I actually do have plenty of other ones, I tell you. I do have plenty of other ones. We have the swirlies. We have plain, and we have two other ones that are basically okay inspired. I don't think these are too bad, so I feel like it should be shorter, somewhere around there. That's what I feel like it should be. Let me know, should I make it shorter in that direction? Try to make it look realistic. Yeah, it looks way too bunched up, that's what I will say. No, I'll keep those there. And I'll just go back to pencil. It's like a very, you know, long bit to get to pencil, and it's really annoying me. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Grab that. Go all the way down. Also, let me check and see if there is frame drops. No, there is no frame drops. We're actually in luck there. Doing okay, thanks. What about you? I am still sick, sadly. I am very snotty today, and it's very annoying, if I'm being honest. Like, you know, I have, in like 20 minutes, a singy game night to do, and I feel, you know, terrible if I would have to cancel it, because I cancelled the last one and I don't want to do that again, you know. I don't want to do that again. Does that actually look not too bad? I'm not sure. I think I might have to angle it to the left. Something like that, but it's a little bit too singy, that. I think I just have to do, you know, what we had previously. Yeah, that actually not too bad, that one. Enjoy your game night. I got to go now, although it's past my bedtime. Alright, have a nice sleep, and remember to stay safe, alright? Remember you matter. Remember that. There we go. That is not too bad, actually. That is not too bad. I should really fix this lining over here, shouldn't I? I've been looking at this lining for like the last little bit, and I realized I never fixed that. So let me go and grab this to go and fix this. That feels like it's a little bit too large. What size are we at? We're at 10. We'll bring it down to 7. That's the right number. It's a little bit too large, Sarah, tell you. A little bit too large. There we go. Not too bad at all. And there we go. I do feel like I should add more to this bit here. So I may actually do that instead. Just because I know it probably look a little bit more normal. It's really hard to tell. Lines would go somewhere around here. And somewhere around here. Yeah, it's very difficult to try and get the line in. I've low-key just been playing Skate 4 recently. It's kinda hard, but I love it so much. Also, why don't you tell me when I forget to take off the thingy? I keep clicking it, and I keep going to show, like, you know, the googly eyes and other glasses, and then you never tell me. You never tell me. How could you? How could you? I'm disappointed in you. How could you do this to me? While I'm sick as well, how could you? How could you? I can't believe you done that. While I'm sick. There we go. That is not looking too bad. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad at all. We just have to add some stuff to it. What should I add to it? That is a good idea. If I get a gold color, we can do bells. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad at all. And now we need to attach them. And we'll probably just do it the good old-fashioned way. There we go. And then I'll also add the actual bell bits to these. And that is going to require that. Because bells always have this round bit, and then they also have loads of bits like that. From a distance it fills in the blanks. If you're up close to it, it's gotta be a little bit, you know, noticeable what I'm doing. My nose. Please agree with me. Please agree with me, my nose. There we go. And just do that. Perfect, perfect. Alright. Now we round this bit over here. And do that. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Head over here. Do this. You know what I've been itching to play recently? Homefront. I don't know why. It's a game that I keep coming back to. And I don't understand why. It's basically Red Dawn. But it's a very, you know, not the best video game, if I'm being honest. But it's a game that I keep coming back to for some reason. Maybe it's just how horrific the game is. Maybe that's the reason. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad there. That is not looking too bad at all. And... is that the outfit basically done? I guess so. Let's see. Where is the hair? I do apologize. That sneeze came out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to hydrate. That should help in stopping myself from sneeze. Sometimes does. Where is the hair? That actually might come in handy. Berry, bless you. Thank you, thank you. No, I want to copy you. That's what I want to do. Then you can go, that can go. And then with these cat ears, I can use this as a basis for making larger ears. Because we are making fox ears. We actually need to Ah, I've gotten a terrible itch on the side of my nose. Alright. Fox ears are so hard to do, if I'm being honest. They are so hard to do. I don't know how all the fox, VTubers get all their, ears done, because, oh, I feel bad for the artist, I tell you. I feel bad for the artist. I feel so bad for the artist when it comes to fox ears or cat ears or anything on like a model, because it's always like, so much work. You know it's gotta be so much work. That's actually what I'm looking for. And that is what I'm going to use for a swirl effect. I always like adding the swirl effect to the ears. And I could just go like that, get rid of that a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad at all. But we're gonna go with what color should I go with? That is actually quite nice, actually. I apologize for all my sniffling now. It really annoys myself, I tell you, and I feel so bad for yous when I sniffle. Should be whiter, shouldn't it? Yeah, it's still got a little bit of red tinge to it. It's like the best, multi-ground here. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. And then just do that. And then do that. Shrink it down. And then what I'm going to do up here is make a little sluffy. No, we need sluffy elsewhere. Does that work? Does that work? Someone make Tenko not sick no more. That would be much appreciated. But I feel like it would be a little bit too much effort. There we go. Yeah, these bits seem a little bit too, much. I don't know how people do the little lines, I tell you. The little lines. I'll just wrap that round. Wrap that round. Alright, I'll fix the inside. I know some of you are probably yelling at me to fix the inside by now. So that is what I'm going to do for yous. I do like to wrap around the ears. Just don't know how well it will look. I definitely need a tissue. I'm just leaking. So at least it's a little bit less. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, that does not seem too bad. I just need to get the right line into it. Is that going to be a best shot there? That's actually not too bad. It's 4 minutes till game night. I just realized that. I've got to hurry up. What are we playing this game night? I forgot what we were going to play. I think it was Deep Rock Galactic. I think that's what we were going to play, and then maybe some Minecraft. I think that's what we were going to play. There we go. And perfect. That's actually quite nice. Now just do that. Do that. I'll just ripple upwards here to clean it all up. Ah, poop. I forgot the inside of the ear. I forgot the insides of the ears. Why didn't yous remind me? How could yous? How could yous? Yeah, we're doing a little bit cheaty work here. I might actually use that as lining. So I'll leave it to the side there. There we go. And not too bad, not too bad at all. Poop, I started rushing there. I'm going to be late for game night, I tell you, and I'm so sad. But this needs to be done right. I need to add the red, or it won't be Tenko color. Kitsune color. Should I try and do this very fast, just a little bit? There we go. And we are now late for game night. No. No. It's midnight now. It's not too bad that. You know what? Go back in time. A little bit. We'll go back in time a little bit. What I need is the airbrush. That's what should have been using. Where is the airbrush? There it is. Now to look more normal. See, how much better does that look? A lot better. A lot better. Yeah, that does not look too bad. And now if I put it together, we get this. Very big ears. But it's not the worst, I tell you. It's not the worst. Then we go over here, add this over here, add that over there. Perfect, perfect. Might add a second line going through here. Just to make it look more bolder. And then for this bit, I'll probably make a little bit darker underneath. That's a little bit too singy there. Too far out. It's going to be very short. Oops. Yeah, it's not the worst, I would say. It's just in that one spot that you cannot really do anything about it. But I can use this as, you know, extra lining. There we go. I am 4 minutes now late to the game night. Hopefully yous can forgive me. I am creating this for yous all. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. Sorry, I had to, you know, brush my nose there. The ears are a little bit too much, I would say. But I think that just, you know, exaggerates it a little bit, you know, makes it more unique. I could also add legs if I wanted to. It actually looks pretty cool with the legs if I did that. But no, that is something that we will not do. I actually do quite enjoy this. This actually looks quite nice. And then I could easily add open mouth, angry, sad. So many different mouths. But I will save. Yeah, just save as fire alpaca. No, 1. Well, I'll just add 2 to end. Bam. And that is where we shall end the stream for today, so I can go and do game night. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, have a positive, make sure items very important, and we'll be seeing things from others.